so it was time to empty the sewage tank. I pulled on the black tank valve drain handle to empty the tank, and the whole rod and handle pulled out of the valve. The valve will have to be replaced. Now the question is, how am I going to get the valve open without the handle to empty the tank and flush it so we can put in the new valve? Depending on the RV, the access to the valve will vary. But if the valve is a Valterra Blade X waste valve, the opening and replacement procedures should be about the same. I did this project on our 30-foot Airstream Land Yacht LE motorhome. On this RV, the valves are located behind a locker that contains the water and sewer hookups and an outdoor shower. First, I had to remove all the hardware. Then remove the back of the locker that all this stuff was mounted on, and you have access to the tank drain valves. The black tank valve is deep in the back, of course. Hopefully, your valve will be easier to access. Once you have access to the valve, the next task is to open the valve and drain the tank. Then, after flushing the tank, you can remove the old valve and install a new one. The plan is to cut the blade housing away from the valve and use vice grips to grab the blade and pull it open and drain the tank. I used a Dremel tool to cut off the blade housing. At this point, I could see the end of the valve's blade and the place where the rod was attached. It looked like the right side was damaged. I used a Dremel high-speed cutter like this one to cut away enough of the housing to get a grip on the blade. I used a set of needle nose vice grips to grab the blade. Then, very carefully, I pulled the blade out of the valve. I got the valve open with little mess and drained and flushed the tank. Then removed the old valve and installed a new valve. The gaskets need to be carefully seated to avoid leaks and make the valve work smoothly. I got it all back together and no leaks. Upon inspection of the old valve after removal, it appears one of the old gaskets was not installed correctly. It was pinched and crimped and may have been the reason the valve was so hard to operate. There is no way to reconnect the rod to the valve blade. The rod has a detent or groove and must have been molded into the plastic blade of the valve. I hope this will help someone else with the same project in the future. Thanks for watching.